I'm Gavin Townsend, here today with Alvin Small at the SportX 2012. Thank you for this interview, Alvin.
My pleasure, mate.
Can you elaborate why you're known in the bodybuilding scene?
Why I'm known, I like to think the reason why I'm known on the bodybuilding scene is because every year I come back bigger. You know, people can see my improvements year on year. I made an impact in bodybuilding from the day I started until this point here. You know, I think that's the reason why. That's the reason why I'm known. That's the reason why I'd like to be known as well. You know?
And what sort of competitions have you won today?
Well, to date, obviously, when I first started out in 2006 as an amateur, I won my qualifier. I went on to win the British Championships as well. Then I jumped in the deep end with the big boys, the super heavyweights. Against guys like Daz Ball, Zach Khan, Dave Titterton, who's competing today.
Sure.
And Daz Ball competes today as well, sort of thing. They're still amateurs as such, you know. So I've sort of made a bit of headroom against those guys and turned pro before those guys as well. Came third in my first super heavyweight show, called Heavyweight then. The year after that, I actually won the British Championships again, British champion again. Missed out on the overall to change the weather and look absolutely fantastic. The year after that, which was 2009, missed out from being the super heavyweight champion, British Championship by Zach Khan. He turned pro. You know, I got second place, which was great.
It's a very competitive world.
Very competitive, yeah, very competitive. Year after, I turned pro. You know, so since then, this is my fourth pro show. The first pro show was the British Championships. It's quite fitting. Placed respectably 8th place. You know, the best in the world. You know, my first show, which was good. Went on to Madrid. I placed 9th, I think it was, 9th in Madrid. That was 2011. And it's this year now, you know. So it's my first show of the year. I was supposed to compete earlier on, but I had an injury. I punctured my lung.
Right.
So I had 10 weeks out, which is the longest.
How was that? How was that caused by?
I don't know.
Really?
I really don't know how I punctured my lung, but all I know is that my lung was deflated, sort of thing.
You must push your body to the complete extreme in training.
Yeah.
What sort of weight are you pushing at the moment, like bench pressing and squatting?
Well, you know, I've never been one for showing off and saying that I can bench like 5 plates side,
sure.
you know, but I can, you know.
Yeah.
So it's not about how much weight you can lift, you know.
So training.
Exactly, yeah. You know, you can get the same stimulus from like 2 plate side than you can 5 plate side, you know. So sometimes you need to just disengage that ego from the sport. It's difficult.
And do you find that's quite common in gyms?
It is so common.
Today?
Yeah, it is.
It's more in the amateur wannabes rather than the professionals, because you, as a professional, you understand about the vascularity in the muscles.
Exactly.
The whole
the quality.
the quality of training, the form, less so than just pumping heavy weights.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's not all about lifting massive amounts of weight. So I tend to steer away from questions like how much do you lift. It's not about how much you lift. It would be better if someone said to me, yes, how do you lift? You know, that makes more sense to me. You know, it's an easy question to answer as well.
So what's your favourite exercise then? Your guns.
Yeah, the guns. Yeah. You know, you can never fall short with the pair of guns. You know.
So is it more easy curls or is it just straight dumbbell curls?
It's everything. You know, I like to hit a muscle from every single angle. Yeah. That way, you know, your muscle looks different from every single angle as well. You know, and the good thing about training biceps is that it assists you with every single exercise. Bench press, training back, even squatting, you know.
Sure.
So it's a really good assist muscle, you know.
So what's Alvin's top tips for big arms then?
Top tips for big arms?
Yeah.
It's not about the exercise, it's about the way you do the exercise, okay? Because I started in my bedroom way back when, okay, with 2 bottles of water, literally, because I was too skinny to go to the gym. And even at that point there, I built some good arms, you know. So my big tip is it's not about the weight, it's about the exercise. It's a mind-muscle connection, that is actually true, it really works, you know. So forget about the weight, concentrate on the movement.
Quality of form.
Quality of form,
absolutely. Yes. What's your diet like?
It's varied. This year was different to last year, you know. Last year I ate fish 9 times a day, every single day, you know. It's a lot of fish to eat, you know. This year I've eaten nothing but like turkey 9 times a day, every day. You know.
And why is that? Because you just get bored of a particular meat, or?
No, not at all. Not that I love fish, not that I love turkey. It's just that there's certain different types of protein that, you know, that do different things for you. You know, I find that fish brings you nice and tight. You don't ever get fat on fish, you know. With turkey, it's a different type of mass, a different type of weight gain.
Sure.
You know, so I think because I'm learning, I can afford to say, okay, this year I'm going to eat nothing but beef or nothing but chicken. You know, yeah. So it's my learning process. You know, and while I'm still growing, it's not doing me any harm.
How much do you weigh at the moment?
I'm old school. I work in stones and pounds. So at the moment I'm 19 stone 4 pounds.
And do you inspire to get to a heavier weight?
Well, I can do.
Yeah.
You know, so it's good having that control to say, okay, tell you what, at one stage of the year, I'll be like 22, 23 stone. I want to come in at 20 stone, ripped to bits.
And what sort of body fat percentage?
Well,
stage.
I'm a pro. You know, so we're talking 5%.
Yeah.
You know, we're talking a percentage where you can see the tie-ins, the vascularity, the quality of the muscle. You know, that's what we're talking about.
Who inspires you in bodybuilding? Who's been a role model to Alvin doing well in bodybuilding?
My father, my brother. You know, even seeing my kids when they fall down and get up, sort of thing. You know, that inspires me as well. You know, there's bigger things. You know, there's people in wheelchairs. There's a guy here called Simon who's got one leg. You know,
yeah.
He inspires me. So you get inspiration from a lot of different places, not just one specific place. You know, and not necessarily athletes either. Because inspiration isn't athletic bound.
Not necessarily,
you know?
no.
It comes from anywhere. You know? So I get inspiration from anything.
And what are your top tips for people who want to get into bodybuilding, who wish to do what you've done today?
Top tip for bodybuilding, people want to get into it, is you've got to want it. You know, a lot of people want to get big, or want to be a bodybuilder, or want to be good at what they do, but because they can't commit themselves to their sport or their wants, they'll not be anything. You know, and that's the main thing about it. Just be consistent, okay, and know what you want and go for it. You know, it's like in business as well. You know, it's the same ethos. You know, if you want something, you can do it.
Alvin, do you have a Facebook following or a website?
I do, yes. You can find me on Facebook. Websites out there as well, alvinsmall.net. Twitter me as well. You know, Twitter me, IFBB Pro Alvin Small. You know, get in contact. I'll talk to everybody. I'll talk to anybody. You know, so.
And you on any particular blogging forums at all? Or?
I'm not. No, not at all. Not at the moment. Only because the transition from amateur to pro takes up so much of your time.
Sure.
Everybody wants to know how you made that transition, and if you devoted all your time to your fans, then you wouldn't have the time
to your own training.
Exactly. You know,
so then you're letting your fans down, technically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so a lot of fans don't understand that. You know, so never rude. I answer as many emails as I can, you know, but you can't answer them all.
Sure, absolutely. Well, thank you very much for this interview.
My pleasure, it's been great.
Alvin Small, everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.